What's up, you all? Welcome to another video, and this video is about we did a video about 10 the worst parents, and now we are seeing the top 10 worst family members. Okay, I know I'm gonna be fuming again, so I do apologize from now, and I'll try to not curse because I don't curse in my videos. I do say fudge cake and the shit, but other than that, I don't really curse in my videos. So let's see. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's jump into this video.
When we go into the top 10 worst family members. And since we've got some kids who hadn't done their chores, so their dad freaked out and broke their TV and PlayStation controllers.
Crap done, nothing. Your chores, what the crap? What the crap? You're gonna buy yourself a new TV by doing chores, you're gonna work it off. Where's your remote? Put your remotes down here on the floor now.
Damn, you know he paid for it? Does he know he paid for it? It's not the worst parent, to be honest. You know why? Because if your kid is not behaving and you're always giving and giving, sorry, but you have to give your kids accordingly how much you spend on them. Like you need to be careful because you don't want them to turn them into a spoiled brat.
Where's the other one? I know you got another one. Where's it at?
Over tonight, this one is just downright trash.
That was like, I don't know what was this, because most probably they didn't do the chores, which fair enough, but you don't have to rage like that. You know, that's setting bad example for your kids.
See, this mother, she works at a strip club, so she goes and, well, does some things in front of some patrons with limited clothing options, and I guess she didn't have anybody to babysit her child while she was doing this, and just decided to leave her child alone in her locked car for hours while she was inside the club.
Look.
In the club. In the freaking club. God. You know, this is so bad because we see this a lot in the news. Like we saw like dogs that are left like in the car for hours and hours. We saw kids, we saw babies. It's crazy.
That's a whole baby, bro. With the wonders of why they in the strip club.
In the first video, the baby appears to be sleeping. You then hear a woman in the background saying the baby's mother gave her the keys to the car so that she could move it. Police say the woman seen turning the car on is Eva Rudolph. About 15 minutes later, a second Facebook Live video shows the car now sitting in an alley. The baby
in an
still
alley.
Inside. Rudolph.
In an alley. Bro, these people should not have. You're clearly a young parent and you don't know how to raise a kid. Because your kid, when you have a kid, your kid should be everything. You should stop the party life. You could enjoy your time as well, but try to do more stuff that's like family related than like your selfish thing. So I'm getting angry again, but I'm sorry, but this is what it is, you know?
Seen again, this time pulling out of the alley and driving off with the baby.
And Brady, I think everybody knows that sometimes siblings can suck, and I think this brings that to a whole new level. This woman, she actually put her 53-year-old sister inside of a wooden cage inside of her house, and basically locked her inside of there. All she had to sleep on was a dirty mattress. This place was insanely dirty. I mean, there was dog poop on the kitchen floor, among other things. But once it was figured out what his sister was doing, she was arrested.
At the home on 6th Street in Vesterberg, authorities say they found a house covered in filth with days of dog feces on the kitchen floor and in the...
That is so bad. And that's your sister? That you live, you're 53. And the other, that's the younger sister, I'm guessing. So this older sister, how could you treat a family member like that? It doesn't even have to be a family. How could you treat a person like that? I don't get people. I seriously don't get this. People, god damn.
living room a wooden cage. Inside that man-made enclosure, authorities from the state attorney general's office found 53-year-old Loretta Lancaster kneeling in the cage alongside a baby's bottle and dirty mattress. In a litany of disturbing charges, including neglect and abuse, Lancaster's sister, 51-year-old Leona Beiser of Vesterberg, is charged.
Oh, so she's the younger sister. Fair enough, fair enough. But it's not good. And who's this?
100%. That's why we've got a Florida man, so you already know it's going to be good. But this guy, he decided that he didn't want his brother, well, to be alive anymore because they had some quote-unquote
Yo, the advert is enrolling, yeah. But I just want to say, yeah, guys, like, this is terrible. You know, this is, like, actually terrible because it's, like, it's not acceptable.
family troubles, so he went out and tried to find a hitman. Unfortunately for him, the hitman that he hired ended up being an undercover detective, and he got arrested himself.
Developing tonight, Pinellas County deputies say this man hired an undercover detective to kill his brother. Investigators say Gary Hudge told that man, who he did not know was a detective, that he wanted to have his brother killed because of family trouble. Investigators say he gave him his brother's address and even offered to provide a gun. After he gave the detective money, he was arrested.
Over to 6. This one is...
So, see, this is a crime for people who don't know this. Okay, just because you didn't kill that person, this attempt or hire a hitman, it's still a crime and will get you the same sentence as killing them.
Basically summed up as a Fast and Furious movie if everybody in it was rednecks. These two guys, I guess they had a debt that had to be paid. One of the brothers owed the other brother $200 or something like that, which objectively is not an insane amount of money. Let's get that over with for a second, at least for what they did in order to get that $200 back. Because one brother wouldn't pay the $200 back, the other brother decided to get into like a car chase with him, doing quite a lot more than $200 worth of damage because they were hitting each other with their cars, and were in a shootout the entire time as well, trying to hit each other, all kind of stuff, until it eventually ended with their sister then shooting at them, I guess. But not exactly the most stable thing.
What kind of a relationship is this family got? It's like, we need money. What should we do? We should just shoot at each other and maybe race our cars and hit each other. Or, I don't know, jump off a cliff, get the insurance. But like, what is this guy's thinking? I don't know, where did they get that information as well? I don't know.
In my opinion,
a feud between two brothers escalated into a full-on shootout, and now one is in jail, accused of starting the whole thing. It all started, though, over $200, allegedly. Here's News 4's Cassandra Sweetman in Potawatomi County with exactly what happened.
$200.
The sheriff says the suspect pulled out his gun, pointed it at his brother's head, and even shot at him a few times, all the way from the bank to their house. The climactic end to a dangerous chase.
Right there, I'm gonna drop you right where you're at. I ain't playing it.
Two brothers going head to head, all over.
Yo, this is like insane. You know, it's like, ugh.
Demand for cash.
Real quick, before the next one, make sure you like on this video and also subscribe to my channel if you have a family member that you hate. Item number 5, imagine this. You're
What a kind of like getting that as subscribers. I like this channel a lot because link in the description. Go check this channel out. But like, this is a weird way to get there. If you hate your brothers or siblings or sisters or etc. or parents, like this and subscribe to us.
father and you invite your son over just for a nice little family dinner. You want to enjoy your night, all that kind of stuff. That's what happened here, except things didn't go quite as well as planned, and for some reason the son decided that he was going to go off the wall and just kind of have a meltdown, a little bit off the rocker, and kidnap his dad. He like tied him up against a pole in his basement, and then proceeded to go and drive to his mom's house because I guess they're split, and proceeded to kidnap his mom and his aunt, and brought them back to the dad's place and tied them to the pole too. They eventually escaped and the dude was arrested, but I have no idea why he did it. Just for giggles, I guess?
Police say 34-year-old Michael Roboto went to his father's house 7 p.m. Friday night to have dinner with his father, 72-year-old Leo Roboto. But police say Michael took his father into the basement and bound and gagged him. He then drove and picked up his mother, Elizabeth Farbry, and his aunt, Janet Farbry. He took both of them to his father's house where he handcuffed them to a support beam in the basement. They escaped and called 911. Roboto took off, and police found him sleeping in his car.
It's another advert, but what the hell is wrong? Like, imagine you're bringing up. That's what I mean. That spoiled brat in another video. If you didn't watch it, go check it out. Go check it out. If you didn't watch it, this is what happens when you do your kids like such a thing.
Arrested him.
Then, of course, this one's pretty crazy. This involves an owner of a popular restaurant chain called Sweetie Pies, and this guy,
I think I heard that name. Not PewDiePie. I know PewDiePie, but I know this one as well.
There's a couple different restaurants, so I'm not exactly sure why he ended up doing this. On top of that, he has his own cable TV show. I guess not anymore, but he pulled out a $450,000 life insurance policy on his nephew and then proceeded to hire a hitman to take out his nephew. And unfortunately did so successfully. But after this nephew...
Oh my god, I am blown top of my head. So this person hires, okay, hitman after putting insurance on the way, and he succeeds. But let's see what happens, because this is berserk.
Lost his life, and this guy tried to pull out this $450,000 life insurance policy or claim it. Things looked a little bit suspicious, and this uncle ended up being figured out and was arrested. I still don't fully understand why this dude would do what he did, especially how bad it was. On top of the fact that he was pretty successful already. It didn't really seem like it was something that he needed to do for money.
Federal investigators say the murder for hire starts with...
Yeah, like, why would you do that? Like, just for extra few $1 million? Dude, you could make it in 1 year, that money. You know, it's like you have a TV show, which makes a lot of money. You have few chain restaurants, that makes a lot of money. So you're sorted for life kind of thing. Unless someone threatens your life, like, or someone's life to, if you don't give us this money. Even then, it's like you should go to the police.
A $450,000 life insurance policy on his nephew back in 2014. Fast forward to March of 2016, federal investigators say Norman had been in contact with Memphis, Tennessee exotic dancer Terica Ellis leading up to the murder, with both arriving in St. Louis at the same time. Court docs show Ellis and Norman used prepaid cell phones to communicate on the day of the murder before locating the 18-year-old. That's where authorities say the gunman found Andre Montgomery in a 3600 block of Natural Bridge Avenue and shot him to death around 8:02 in the evening.
Moving to 3, this one is just sad.
That one was really upsetting because you would be surprised what people do for money. Oh my god. I know this is supposed to be a Christmas theme, but we're taking you... If you have a family, this is why we're doing this video. I'll explain it at the end, so stay up on tune.
Guy's drunk is just garbage, quite frankly. I mean, if you want to put your own life in danger, that's one thing, but if you want to put everybody else's life in danger just because you can't afford an Uber or not be a piece of trash for one night, then, you know, screw you. But for this one, you've got a father who was drinking, and he had too much, and then proceeded to drive, and he had his 7-year-old son in the back seat of his car, and he unfortunately lost control of the vehicle and hit a pole, and his 7-year-old son lost his life.
Sergeant Chris Allen...
That is so bad, guys. I'm feeling emotional again right now. Oh, where's my stress ball? You know the stress ball. This face, you know? Oh.
Clinton Township Police Department says the driver in a one-vehicle accident that struck a pole with his 7-year-old son in the car definitely wasn't sober.
100%. Alcohol was a factor in this crash.
The crash happened a little after midnight
The weird
Sunday
part is
morning,
the father
just the
lives,
latest
but
accident to happen.
It is kind of a murder, you know, when you think about it. You know, like when you go in front of the judge, they will execute you for murder. So, please don't do this stuff.
Last 3 weeks alone.
In the last 21 days, we've had 4 fatal traffic crashes with 5 people losing their lives, ranging anywhere from 7 years old up into the mid-80s.
Number 2, this one involves a 13-year-old boy. And this 13-year-old boy, he actually took 2 people's lives. And he was arrested for doing so.
Oh my God.
But managed to escape somehow. I'm not sure exactly what he did to do so, but he was on the run from cops for a full 2 days, and they managed to catch him after he went to his uncle's house and tried to get his uncle to, I guess, take him in for a little while or something like that. And he actually showed up with a leg shackle on, which is kind of crazy. But his uncle ended up letting him know that, he was going to call the police, that kind of stuff. They came and arrested him.
Yeah, this is the new video. 13-year-old Jericho being brought.
Another advert. Why does this have so much adverts? But like this kid, yeah, killed someone because what? He's 13. He doesn't know even. Like I said, this is bad parenting. This rings to the other one, like of our video.
Brought back to jail in Fayetteville last night, Jericho is accused in 2 murders and has been on the run for nearly 2 days after he escaped custody. Officials say Jericho escaped on Tuesday. This is video of law enforcement agencies searching for him in Lumberton. During that time, Jericho's uncle, Wayne Lambert, says the boy was walking around the railroad tracks and spent the night in the woods. On Wednesday, he says Jericho showed up at his house, still wearing his leg shackles.
And finally, one story to do off with, one that is downright.
Like, the uncle did the right thing by turning the kid. The kid needs rehabilitation and everything, but man, you're 13 and you did this. You must probably be feared or freaked out and stuff. I don't know if he intended or not, but I don't know the backstory. But that's bad. But that's bad parenting. If your kid does anything like that, it's bad parenting. Due to the reason is that if you don't influence your kid in a good way, your kid could take a life in an early age, which doesn't know the good or bad, which will think that it's okay to do these kind of things. So,
Scum, we've got a mother who tried to sell her own son for $2,500. And the reason that she wanted this $2,500 in the first place was because she wanted to pay off a debt for some, illegal substances that she had partaken in, and she owed somebody some money for those. So she thought the best way to do that and get some money was just, to sell her own child.
I never thought she would ever do this to my child.
That's Roland Olivares II, talking about what he, family, and investigators say Esmeralda Garza, the mother of his child, did.
I feel like this was all a plan that she had.
They say she sold Roland Olivares III to a man and a woman for $2,500 to pay off a drug debt.
He just trusted the mom so much that he didn't think that anything like this would happen.
Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Guys, thank you for enjoying this video. This was... Oops. I don't know why is this doing this. This was top 10 worst family members. And as I said at the beginning, why are we doing these videos in the Christmas? This is the deal. We're showing you bad families. We're showing you bad parents. So people out there, grasp your family, because know the importance of family, because they are always going to be there if you have a good family. But being a good family starts within you. So, go to your family in Christmas Day, go give them a hug, and tell them that you love them, because, that could change your life. That could change your family member's life. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We shall see you very soon tomorrow. Okay, we're uploading daily. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this. So hit that subscribe button and I shall see you later. Alligator DZ out.